the buy.
This
Now I
one
can
was
see
target.
sells. That was target. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So 30 pips with 15 pip and 15 pip stop, 2 to 1.
Yeah. This one was my first German 40 trade.
Congrats, mate.
Thank you. On 1 hour, it was FU candle.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking. The push up made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now it's coming down. Oh, double bottom now. Oh, well, I think my time is done. I'm going to go get some breakfast, I think, soon. I'll watch it a bit more, but I'm not going to take another trade now. I'm done for till New York session. Good morning. It's quite nice, just sort of, cruise in here, take the trade within 20 minutes and then bounce. It's good to watch the price action though, right? So it's not like I'm not going to just do like a 20-minute stream, take the trade and go, because it's very, very important to build that discipline to sit here and have to sit here even not taking a trade or just watching price and just watching what it does. Because there's one thing about looking at candles once they're closed like this. There's one thing about looking at candles like this. No, not this, sorry. Let's just go to gold. It's a bit easier because there's more volume all the time. But there's one thing about looking at candles like this, and then there's another thing about watching them move. Because how many times do we see like a 1 minute candle all of a sudden just shoot down? And it's those like really, really quick moves that you don't get to see in once they've closed, about how it moved. That gives you a lot of information. If I see like a candle that just shoots down, I know that's an empty space. So if it shot up, like if something like was sort of pushing and all of a sudden it was like a 30 pip shoot up and then it sort of pushed down and then pushed up again, and the 1 minute candle closes 30 pips, but basically that 30 pips happened in like a second, then I know there's going to be a rejection from the top and it's going to push down and then we can go back up again. So watching that happen is quite important when you're actually choosing the session to trade, to be there, be present and be focused. So where did we actually get to in the 4 hour? Just the monthly level yet. Haven't got to the liquidity candle. But that's kind of enough, If this can flip bearish. So Terry's hoping his idea is to push into this candle and then reverse. Sweet. Cool. Now you've been having a bit of trouble watching it and then executing on it. Either mum coming over or being distracted, hey. So it's good that you got a plan now. Just got to wait for it to happen. Yep. Tomorrow is going to be for premium. Now it's going to be the very first weekend session. So we'll start at what time did I say we're starting at? It's like 6:30, I think, p.m. Australian time. 8:30 my 9:30 my time. Nope. What was it?
Are you going to record it, Hayden?
Yeah, it's going to go into my yep.
Good, mate, because I've got the missus' birthday tomorrow, so I won't be able to join.
Okay, yeah, it's going to be there. For 9 London, 6 p.m. Sydney, Melbourne, Queensland now. Yeah, that's it, Sarah.
This one is your imbalance candle on your terminal?
I think that one is a wick. That's the one we're talking about, wasn't it?
It has wick?
Oh, no. Yeah, it does.
No
It
wick.
does. It does.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a doji on mine.
A doji candle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Weak attempted candle. Yep. Doji.
On a 9 win streak. Awesome, Terry, man. I mean, we don't catch them all, you know. It's pretty, like, I have lots of ideas as well that I don't capture. Yeah, this candle here looks like a green candle. Like that on my terminal.
Oh man, it is doji candle then.
Yeah.
On my terminal, it is a little bit big. Body size is big.
Again, a few little gaps in here as well now.
And daily is gap up open on my terminal.
All right, Hayden. So see you at NY.
So actually, thanks for tuning in, Maddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's I think I'm done as well. Finding the less you trade, the better your results are. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's quality, mate, not quantity. I just checked my MT5, and MT5 is the exact same as this.
Oh, okay.
I took this on MT4. So here's MT5.
That means liquidity provided are different.
Yeah, I do notice MT5 and MT4 are different.
Yeah.
MT5 is exactly the same. So, but MT4 is different. Yeah, I saw that, Rob. Yeah, because you got to sign up. Yeah, like so, neck in the grass. Yeah. So when you sign up, I assign a role, whether and then that role. Because if I add you as a contact myself remotely on the website, some other people might use different email addresses for billing and sign up things. So that's why I get you to sign up, and then I've just got to assign the role. It takes like, if it happens overnight, then I'll do it as soon as I get up. Are you holding your trade from 15.834?
Just look at the 3 minute. 3 minute we created that we were waiting for this thing.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
because we said previously that we have imbalance here on 1 minute, so that's why price came back to the upside.
Yeah.
And overall, our bias was still bearish.
Yeah.
So now it make sense that we want to push to the downside now.
And it tapped into the monthly level finally, which was just sitting there. So
yeah, and now look at the hourly candle. Hourly candle was like we came back to the upside and taken out the liquidity, this liquidity.
yeah.
And if this hourly is closing bearish one, this is kind of negation thing happens. So probably this is going to tap, and eventually the overall bias is still bearish. So even based upon higher time frame also.
Yeah. There'd be a
Let's see.
110 pip trade for Rob. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, only thing I am concerned about is this thing, this doji candle, because we did not create any kind of HCS here. So if we could have like any kind of HCS again come back to the upside, like after taking this low and any HCS was formed here on this candle, then we don't have to worry about this doji. Otherwise we can again come back to the upside, because today we have NFP also.
Yeah.
So probably it can again come back to upside also. So just to think that if the price is creating HCS, then we don't have to worry about that doji. Otherwise NFP can come back to the upside.
We've got this no wick as well for the Asian low. So I could take that out, and then we could see bullishness, because we are seeing New York fade out any bearish signs. So we are constantly seeing that, where
now the 4 hour is telling some different story. 4 hour is like we creating HCS from the upside.
yeah.
This HCS. So if this 4 hour is closing bearish, then probably we still continue to the downside, because we have a doji here also, I think.
Yeah, I should mark that up. I sort of hadn't gone lower than 15,600.
Anyway, see you at anyway.
Terry had a question for you, actually quickly. Do you consider tempted candles as a strong point of interest as an actual? Yeah, that's what you asked that in the Discord. But you want to have like that they become POIs. They're not as strong though as the like a full liquidity candle. But if you have a retest of one, then it is you would consider it then as a setup.
On 1 minute, it was weak attempted candle.
Weak.
This one is weak attempted candle on my terminal.
Yeah, on my terminal too. Yeah, because it didn't break the high. Yeah. So retest is a good one, but you want to retest of the attempted.
But yeah, you can check this thing, Terry, that if you see like any kind of, let's say, FU candle, let's say I don't see any FU. Okay. Let's say this is a FU candle. Just check the 1 minute or 5 minute on lower time frame. Let's say this is hourly candle, and just check the 1 minute or 5 minute candle. If the 1 minute or 5 minute candle is opening with the FU candle, that's a strong FU candle. Otherwise, that can be still taken out.
Yeah, I've got a good example. That was what we were talking about at the start. I'm not sure if maybe you got there a little bit late or just after I was explaining it, Terry. But this candle here, can you see this one? This 30-minute candle. On the 1 hour, it is. Oh no, it's the same. But on the 30-minute here, look at this number up here. Here, you can see that the blue, the highest is 15825.7, 825.7. The red, the high is 2826.2. So the difference is 0.5. So this wick was higher and it closed significantly stronger. So inside of here, you've got this wick, right? And this is what we're targeting. We're thinking like there's a lot of liquidity sitting inside of this wick because it broke the high and then closed strong bearish. Now, if we actually go to look inside of that wick, this is where it's like a little bit of hidden, like a little bit of a trap, because you're thinking it's a great wick. So we're thinking, oh yeah, let's like maybe look for trade off the open with the 50% or the high of it. We go to a lower time frame, check 1, 3, 5, all that kind of stuff. And now we're looking to see what was at the high of that candle. Now it's a doji at the high. and pretty much a double top. So that means if there's a doji or a double top, we want to see both sides of it taken out. So there's liquidity sitting just above it. So that means that if you're looking at taking the open, it's probably going to take out the high because it's a double top.
Yeah.
So that's what he's saying. Like, look, if sometimes you could just look for like attempted plus another attempted, and that could like be a bit of a retest. But if you're looking at a full-on wick and you want to investigate inside of that wick, then go to the lower time frames and see what the top of that wick looks like. Was it a setup, as in like any rejection followed by a doji, then a retest, and that's showing like there was manipulation here? Or was it just one candle like a doji or a double top? Because if it's a one candle or a double top, then likely the liquidity is still sitting above that. So then it's it's going to be a bit of a fake higher time frame candle for you. Make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, like investigating. I was talking about this for even like years ago about with Alan, actually, that's who's here, about focusing on like pound US and then focusing on a particular session and looking at these kind of candles and these like inside of here, what happened inside of these candles or inside of these structures. If we go down and look inside the lower time frame, was there like a second structure or first structure, or if this was a like price came down and then boosted up, the last bearish candle in a run up before the move up. Like this is how people teach like supply demand, even so that if price did push down into that could be your entry to refine the base of a candle. So
I think FU has the least liquidity. Attempted FU can be taken out. So even on FU there are two types of FU, like a weak one and the strong one. So you have to see if the FU is strong or weak. Based upon that, if the FU started with the in lower time frame with the FU, that's a strong FU candle. But if the FU started with the doji on lower time frame, that's a weak FU. Even if you see on the higher time frame, that's a FU candle. But on lower time frame, if it started with the doji or a imbalance candle, then you can say that the price again going to coming back to that area to take out that FU candle. So that's the weak FU candle, you can say.
Yeah. So
sorry, can you show on the on the chart what's the weak and strong one?
Yeah. Look at this. Which ones here are your rejection candles? Which ones are your FU or liquidity candles on this chart here? Completely separate chart. Pound US. Which ones?
Yeah. So
let's say this one is a FU candle, correct?
Yep.
Now here you have to see on this FU candle on the lower time frame, is this strong FU or weak FU?
Yeah.
It based upon that, if this candle is started with the doji candle, then eventually price, even if you see a higher time frame, this is a strong FU candle because this break the low and close strong FU candle. But on the lower time frame, if it started with the doji or any kind of lower weak, then price again going to come back. You are expecting price going to respect this low, but eventually it's going to take out that low and then again start moving to the upside.
So let's have a look at all these shaded areas. Let's go to the 5 minute.
Now look at this one. This one is started with the doji.
So now.
So that's weak. You're saying that's weak.
So I would draw something and say that's a point of interest.
Yeah.
At the bottom of it.
And let's say on this we have created doji here, but let's say any HCS setup is formed here, then this is a not important thing. Price will not going to coming back to take out that doji.
So think of it like or something like that at that area.
Yeah. Let's say if price coming back to in this area and we form any kind of HCS in this area, then this area is not that much important because banks are satisfied with this price in this area price. So always put a point of interest, but if the price is creating any kind of HCS before that, then this will not be important. let's say if you got any kind of short opportunity, then you're going to target this thing till here, or these are all these are your targets.
Yeah, and you will get conflicting signals as well. So it's a probability thing, and we know that this gives you a bit of an edge, and then it's about actually just executing on the ones that you think are a good idea. Risk reward generally from this style is pretty decent. So, but never change your bias as well, right? And then take your trades and learn from them. There's no real losing trades, because we'll lose some money on some trades, but we'll learn from it. Only way we don't learn is if it's like a trade we took without thinking, like a impulsive FOMO, those kind of trades. There's nothing to learn there really, apart from psychology. But the others can be either the setup, maybe having different time frames would have given a different idea. So you see the one now that we looked at, even on the 15-minute chart. So now, like, so the one that's got the little thin black line, got the POI, and you can see this one here. Now you can see this one is actually pretty strong.
That's very strong, yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna have different strengths. Doesn't mean that they all have to hold up, because we don't know if we hit like a higher time frame, massive area, and we do have a monthly level just sitting underneath here as well. So we can even like take that out and then push up. So we are going to, there's so many different little factors go in there. You just got to have a trade, set up a trade, set up an idea, execute on it, see how you could have improved it, and that's it. Journal it and maintain it, and build the experience from doing it, having confidence to take it, hold it, and not flip your bias. It's very important. Like most pairs that we focus on are ones that got that double-sided volatility, right? So that if I just said I'm only going to take a buy, and I don't even have to look at any of the other time frames, I'm only going to look for a buy. I can look for a level and look for a setup and wait for something I recognize, and then execute on a buy, knowing that if I've got a pair that has been pushing up and you've got clean candles, there's a very good chance you're going to fill it. I just need to wait for the setup, and then once I've got the setup, do I get an entry? And remember, I was saying that's very important, that price can set up, but you might not get an entry. But you need your buys, need your setup, and then try get the entry that you're used to. If all three blend in, then over time, not every trade you'll win, but say the next 50 trades, there might be some user errors, as in being distracted or just missing it, or not being able to push the button quick enough, or chasing the trade or whatnot. But more times than not, over those next series of trades, as a collective, you should come out ahead. Some are going to be losing streaks, some will be in winning streaks, and it's just it's the human error that comes into it, that we're not going to be 100%. But it's just about trying to be as consistent as you can with the time, with the way we look at the charts, the way we set it up, and then execute. And the more times you guys follow and stick with it and sort of just see, can't trade exactly like me, and I can't trade exactly like anyone else here. We've all got our own we're individuals, but we need to be able to set up and sort of have an idea. You can see like Sarah got a good win on German. I got a small win because the runner got stopped on the sell, then price came back up, Sarah got a bit more profit, and Noel got profit, and then Rob re-entered again because it stuck with the bias, got a good sell. So there's winners here, buying and selling the same thing. It's just you need to have your setup that you look for, and
it was like a retest.
Yeah, and like
downside, upside, you can be part of sell, you can be part of buy on lower time frame to higher time frame.
And it's so important to pick a pair that gives you that volatility, because if you try to do this on Aussie New Zealand or Aussie Swiss, you'll get the spread will, no one will win. Spread will keep you out. So that's why it's important to pick your pair, pick your asset. Even like a Raja style trade, like push up, come create a support, and then do a retest. Like there's so many styles here. There's no one style greater than the other. It's just picking the style that makes sense to you. And like that's why I always say to anyone, if you see something that something resonates with you, then explore it more and make it your own As soon as you can make it your own, do back testing, have confidence in it. Very important to be able to do that. Practice your eyes. So
backtesting is very important.
yeah, so important.
Yeah.
If you don't trust
And
it, then you can never hold it. Anyway, that being said, I think thanks everyone tuning in. I think it was a wonderful session. Yeah, mate. Yeah, Dan. All about the trust, mate. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Alrighty.
Bye-bye. Take care, bro.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in New York, probably. I'll double check. I'll put in the Discord if anything comes up. But yeah, you know, if I don't see you, have a great weekend. I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. And peace out. All right. I'll see you soon.